As part of a sweeping set of gun control proposals that are currently under consideration in New York State, a Brooklyn-based state representative named Kevin Parker has proposed a measure that, if enacted into law, would require anyone in New York applying for a handgun to hand over their social media username and password to the police. More specifically, the bill would then allow the police to look through 3 years' worth of social media activity from the inside of the account on Twitter, on Facebook, on Snapchat, and on Instagram, and to look through 1 year's worth of search history and results on Google, Yahoo, and Bing. Now, suffice it to say, this is a terrible idea. Even in a vacuum, the federal government or state government should not be looking through American social media records from the inside. Back when the Patriot Act was passed, there was a provision buried within that some construed to allow officials to look through citizens' library book records. This caused great consternation at the time. This is that, but on steroids. It is unacceptable. It is not the way Americans should consent to live. But when we consider that this is in conjunction with an enumerated constitutional right, not a privilege, not an activity one needs to ask the government permission to indulge in or to exercise, but an enumerated constitutional right, it becomes even more sinister. Americans do not ask permission to exercise their basic rights. They do not have to give up other rights, in this case privacy, in order to exercise rights that they have been guaranteed. Ancient rights, core rights, fundamental rights in this case. If New York passes this measure, it will essentially have nullified the Second Amendment within its borders. This should be bigger news than it is, and I'd urge you to look into it.